Welcome YouTube, and well, this is the quick episode as promised. I pretty much didn't do much of anything in this, and the whole thing actually lasted for somewhere about 4 hours of actual game, but I cut a lot of it off because I doubt that you guys have much of interest of me just running around the map collecting resources and stuff. Kind of the boring part of this game that apparently has turned into. I mean, before the latest update, I could easily go across the map and never had to really stop too much for resources or yeah, sure, you build stuff, but that just happened naturally while your base was collecting material and your ships didn't really contribute to that. But at this point, yeah, I kind of have to go and actually start collecting resources, which is somewhat annoying. I also built a new fortress on the resources that are permanent, so I'm gonna do that here, and you're not gonna see much of that fortress because I, I started building a new one, but gave up uh, after I realized how bad I am at building fortresses, and the end result I just copied one that I had in some other campaign, and it's totally incomplete and pure sheer abomination of a fortress, and you're not gonna see much of it. It's it's pretty garbage. So that's something. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to it if I get like an itch to it, but most likely not. Also had like a massive screw up done because once in the video, it's not gonna. That's something I'm not gonna show. Is I replaced the fuel engines with RTGs and batteries. At which point I realized that my fortress stopped collecting resources, which is something odd. So I had to go back and replace it all with engines, and that was really annoying, and it took me way too long. Just I cut that whole clip off. But apparently there is yet another bug in the game for that. Yay. One of many. Uh, Otherwise, yeah, just running around collecting resources. I must say, this is pretty much a part of the game that now I'm not gonna like much. I don't know how everybody else would be feeling about this, but it just... Oh, the material. And I know I could build cheaper ships and place more RTGs, and I actually went into the design and tried to retrofit one ship completely with RTGs and batteries, and it didn't work. I actually took one of the vehicle fives and literally placed every single nook and cranny uh, with RTGs and batteries, and it could not produce enough power to sustain the shielding. Uh, yeah, and when it did, there were not enough RTGs in there to sustain the battery level. So yeah, that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna try it later on again and see if it can work. But yeah, I also built a complete new ship, which I'm gonna show right in this video clip. Actually, it's gonna be like in 2 minutes. And that ship is gonna be replacing. Well, replacing. It's gonna be our front ship. So I'm gonna kind of shut up right now and let my former self talk. And it's pretty much, yeah, advanced cannons all around. It has these 400mm guns at the front, 4 of them in twin turrets, and these 71mm at the side, which are not that good. Yeah, I kind of screwed them up, but
Taking command.
but yeah. Now the ship itself is not that particularly bad, but the weaponry is definitely not the best. The front has torpedoes, back has the missiles, laser munition defense all around. This is pretty much my kind of retrofit for the AI, so that the AI can now actually see stuff. Yeah, because this ship was also one of the ships that was built before the actual change was done, and yeah, now in size and volume, it's 102 in length, 19 with height, 29. Uh, it's a volume of 12,400 and max speed of 19 meters a second. I think it's gonna do just fine. Um, it's not the most powerful ship around, but it will do the trick. Oh yeah, and here it has the missile defense missiles. I think it's gonna just for the Onyx Watch and the White Flares, this ship I think it's gonna be just fine. Maybe if you meet some bigger opponents, it's gonna run into some problems, but otherwise, yeah, this is gonna be our new primary vessel for destruction. Does have how much? 214,000 material, which is at this point actually quite a lot. Um, yeah, you're expensive. Do you have it on there? Yeah, you have it there. Full fuel, high level of energy. Yeah, full energy. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be doing fine. Okay, so we're gonna have to join these troops as soon as they're done.
Moving now. Returning to formation. Moving now.
But as you can see, not the slowest thing around. It does have some speed. A lot of the ship is actually underwater as well. This is something I was a bit concerned that it may be a tad bit too heavy, but it, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. Yeah. So this is pretty much gonna be the end of the Quickie episode. I'm just gonna position them and gonna just make them up next to the Onyx Watch territory, and we're gonna enter it into the next episode after that. And well, that's our new ship. It's not the most beautiful color around and not the most powerful one, but as I said, I think it's gonna work just fine. In this game, the sizes of ships does actually kind of important because the AI does not handle formations very well. The ships are somewhat obtuse in that, so having one really large ship is usually better than having 10 very small ones. Even though, on the other hand, the AI doesn't handle multiple targets at once very well either, so yeah, it, it it's literally trying to strike the balance there is kind of hard. But yeah, and we can also send our baby into a bit of a fight here, just to test her out. It's pretty much the last of the deep water guard, and well, yeah, couple of ships, couple of very tiny ships that don't last very long. But yeah, it's just a tiny bit of a test for our latest and the greatest before we go to the Onyx Watch territory, and that's gonna be in the next episode. So yeah, this is it for this episode, and see ya.